You might think resident ball knower Sam Acho is currently on your screen. You would be wrong. This is Pastel Siakam. Pastel Siakam, good morning to you. Which team do you think has improved the most since the start of free agency?
I'll go with the 49ers, and it's not just with their free agent signings, it's also with some of the trades that they made. San Fran made some impact players for proven positions. Start with Mike Evans, a wide receiver who's played 12 years in the NFL. 11 of those 12 years, he's gone over 1,000 yards. One of the most consistent receivers in his career. And then also Odigizua, they traded for him from the Dallas Cowboys. Not a free agent signing, but a perfect addition. A guy who had 23 quarterback hits last year. That was first among defensive tackles. 81 QB hits since he started his career. And so impact players at impact positions.
The NFC, you say the NFC is not as difficult. I would disagree. Nobody's really talked about the Niners and the moves that they've made, but apparently to Mike Evans, he has been the only missing piece to get them to that Super Bowl win. So I want to bring up what Mike Evans had to say, and I kind of agree. I'm excited for my Niners.
They always compete, even with the injuries last year. I think they went 13-4. I mean, I feel like they were one piece away, and I think that I'm that piece. And I look forward to coming here and improving that.
Niners Super Bowl. Akeem, is Mike Evans the missing piece for the 49ers?
I think he can be. I think definitely for that offense, man. This is a team who's been searching for this number one receiver for years. Like they really haven't had a true number one receiver, man. They thought they got it fixed with Brandon Ayuk. You see how that played out. This guy was a no call show. Debo is a number one guy, but he's more like a get the ball in his hand, a screen, reverse, catch and run type of guy. He's not really a downfield threat in the league, man. So you give Shanahan a legit number one receiver, a one-on-one matchup winner, a 50-50 ball catcher. And I think he definitely could take this offense to the next level, man. He's going to see a bunch of single high because you can't really play too high against San Fran, or they're going to run the ball down your throat. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to see a bunch of single high. If you start going too crazy, they're going to play too high, and then he's going to run the ball down your throat. So I think this is a great pickup for San Fran. But the kryptonite for San Fran has not been we don't have a number one receiver. Like you said, they've been competing year in, year out without a number one receiver. It's the injuries. They can't stay healthy. It's the plant that they living by. You know what I'm saying?
Electric field.
Electric magnetic wave fire.
I refuse to believe it. I refuse to believe it. It's been bad luck. It's bad luck.
Whatever it is, it's the injuries that's the Niners kryptonite. If you take any one of these Niners team in the last 6-7 years and let them stay all the way healthy, they probably have a Super Bowl by now. You know what I'm saying? They just can't stay healthy. And that's been their Achilles heel. So as much as I do like Mike Evans being there to crank up that offense, they got to stay healthy if they want to compete.
Yeah, I think he definitely is that piece they've been missing for. I don't think they've had a number one, especially down the field threat at receiver since Terrell Owens. And I'm not even over exaggerating. Because even when they got to the Super Bowl, you know, they had Emmanuel Sanders. They had
Moss after T.O., right?
Moss was 52 years old. Moss was 108 years old when he got to
they had Crabtree, though. They had some guys.
But not downfield. Crabtree ain't running fades on nobody. He ain't running downfield. So when I say somebody that can stretch the field, you throw him up the ball one-on-one, he got an 80% chance of coming down with that. Mike Evans, you know, he is on a little bit on the back end, but it's still going to be highly productive, right? Especially with everything going on with it in Shanahan offense. He's going to find a way to get him that one-on-one coverage. And if you look at, you know, maybe arguably the biggest miss in San Francisco 49ers history against the Kansas City Chiefs was the overthrow Garoppolo did to my dog Emmanuel Sanders for the game. I believe, you know, Mike Evans is a guy that you could throw the ball up and you don't have to worry about it being such a timing throw because he's going to go up and get that rock. And I think that's exactly what the Niners have been missing for the last 15 plus years, along with Lee and them injuries, right? That plant is tearing them up. I believe it's the plant because ain't that much bad luck year in and year out, man. That plant is tearing their ass up. So, I
just got to stay positive, TJ.
Yeah, I think he really can be too. I can't wait to see him paired up with Christian McCaffrey, with George Kittle, and the rest of the guys on that offense. I mean, this 49ers offense, like you guys mentioned, has really lacked a true consistent number one option at wide receiver, and Mike Evans gives them just that. Now, obviously, he has to stay healthy as well. He's coming off of some injuries, but when he's out there, he's still one of the most productive players in the NFL, even in year 12. I mean, he had 11 straight seasons with 1,000 yards receiving. That's unheard of. That's really impressive for him to be able to do that. I'm also really excited to see how Kyle Shanahan utilizes a receiver like Evans with his size and his catch radius. I think he's going to be a weapon, attack in the middle of the field with those play action in cuts, those play action bender, seams versus too high. And then I also think he's going to be a weapon down in the red zone when they do get one high matchups, because they're worried about Christian McCaffrey, both in the run game and out of the backfield. You can't play zone coverage down there in the red zone and play red 4, because then they'll just get the ball to McCaffrey one-on-one with the will linebacker. You're going to get a lot of opportunities for Mike Evans down in the red zone. And then also, if I'm a quarterback, I would love to have a proven wide receiver like Mike Evans. Brock Purdy, I guarantee you, was very excited when he saw this news. And I think it's going to be a great fit, because TJ mentioned it, but what Brock Purdy does so well as a quarterback is he plays with great anticipation. He's going to throw the ball early with air, allow his guy to go make a play on the football. And Mike Evans is one of the best in the NFL at making those 50-50 catches. If you give him a chance, at very worst, he's going to knock it down so it's not an interception. And at very best, he's going to come down with the football and make a big play for you. So, I'm really excited by this move. I think it is going to help the 49ers offense get even better than they've been before. But at the end of the day, I'm with you guys. None of this matters if they can't stay healthy. They got to stay healthy, especially on the defensive side of the ball. But this was a great move by the 49ers.
I obviously agree with everything you three just said, and then some. I'm the biggest Mike Evans fan from his days with Manziel at Texas A&M. And yet, this is bittersweet for me, because from all I've read and all I've heard about Tampa and Mike Evans, that the Bucks offered him right in the same ballpark, if not at least as much as the 49ers offered. And Mike Evans just said, I need a change of scenery. I need to start fresh. As he said yesterday, I needed a second wind. And I think it left a bad taste in his mouth that even though he missed 9 games last year with the broken collarbone, when he did come back, as you recall, the Bucks finished over the last 9, 2-7. And I love me some Baker Mayfield, but I think Mike Evans made a statement. I went as far as I could go with Baker. I want to go with Kyle, and obviously Brock Purdy and George Kittle and all of the above, but I want to go with Kyle and see where Kyle can take me in my sort of second NFL career. And he's going to turn 33 on August 21st. But I covered Raiders teams. There was one in 2002 that got to the Super Bowl with 36-year-old Tim Brown and 40-year-old Jerry Rice. And I think that Mike can play 3 more highly productive years, because he's not a burner, obviously. He doesn't play with pure speed or quickness. He's 6'5", 230, and he's extremely athletic. I still believe he's the most underrated, underpublicized wide receiver ever. And I'm happy for him and sad for Baker and Tampa that they lost him. But I'm happy for Mike, because I do think he could be the missing link in that last piece to that puzzle, if they get everybody back healthy that Kyle needs and that John Lynch needed, and going to put him over the top. And you can trust him in big games, because I've seen him make a lot of big catches in big moments. So Brock Purdy should be a very happy camper right now.